Honda's Accord is one of the brand's most popular and important vehicles. Year after year, Americans love this workhorse sedan because of its proven reliability, good residual values, and its easy to live with nature. With a pretty extensive refresh just last year, Honda's Accord is pretty much unchanged for 2017, besides the addition of the Accord Hybrid, which returns after a short hiatus, and a new Sport Special Edition model. So let's go ahead and check out and take a closer look at this 2017 Honda Accord EXL. Now the Accord styling is a little conservative, and it's not like how you'll find on many of its other competitors that do have very sleek styling, like the new Chevrolet Malibu, the Chrysler 200, and the Kia Optima. However, it's still a pretty good looking vehicle. Our Accord comes with LED daytime running lights. Since we do have a pretty loaded trim, we do have the EXL trim, and they do come standard on the EX model. You can also go for LED headlights on higher end trims, and then the brake lights are also LED illuminated as well, which is nice. Overall, the styling of the Accord isn't too shabby, and I really do love the alloy wheels that we do get here. Now this color is known as the Crystal Black Pearl, and it does have smart key access on the driver's door as well as the front passenger door. You also do have a full-on beige leather interior. Power driver's seat with your power recline and power lumbar. Right now, even though the Accord hasn't been fully redesigned since the 2013 model year, still features a very stylish and modern looking interior that's pretty high quality too. I love the beige leather, and then the black dash. It certainly gives it a lot of contrast and makes the interior pop a little bit. And then I love the wood grain trim that goes throughout the whole entire cabin. But we do have a pretty loaded trim. It's not the fully loaded top of the line touring, but it's almost there. And it's still a pretty nice looking cabin. Now here goes the key fob design for the Accord. Love Honda's and Acura's new key fob. High quality, pretty simple, not overdone in terms of styling, and I love the way the buttons feel. They feel pretty high quality. And you have your lock, unlock, and then your remote engine start to release your trunk, and then your panic button. You do have push button ignition. Just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start. And what you're hearing there is a 2.4 liter four-cylinder. Full leather wrapped steering wheel. Coming to your transmission, you have a CVT automatic transmission, which is optional on the Accord. Your standard transmission is going to be a 6-speed manual. You also do have a lower gear selection. And when you put the vehicle into reverse, this will display your rear view camera with guidance lines and trajectory. You can also change the different angles of the camera. You have a wide angled view, a normal view, and then a top down view. Pretty cool. And then your parking brake is also located right here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lights and the hazards. Driver's window and the front passenger window are fully automatic in the Accord. Let's go ahead and pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Now the Honda Accord has been one of Honda's most successful vehicles here in the United States, selling nearly over 300,000 units per year. You have heated exterior mirrors with LED turn signal indicators. And the Honda Accord has been on the US market for over 25 years. You have halogen projector beam headlights and LED daytime running lights. Really love the LEDs on the new Accord here. And then you also do have your LED fog lights. Now this is the most popular powertrain of the Accord. It's a 2.4 liter four-cylinder that produces 185 horsepower at 6,400 RPM and 181 pound-feet of torque at 3,900 RPM, with EPA estimates being a pretty healthy 27 in the city and 36 on the highway. Now most consumers are going to go for this engine option, and it's very reliable as well as it's very fuel efficient too. But if you want, you can go for a more powerful 3.5 liter V6, but of course fuel economy does drop, but not by that much. And then you can also go for a hybrid powertrain if you're looking for the most fuel efficient engine option. Competitors of the Accord, you have the vehicles in the mid-size sedan class. This includes the likes of the Ford Fusion, Toyota Camry, Subaru Legacy, Mazda 6, Chrysler 200, Nissan Altima, Chevrolet Malibu. Lots of competitors in this class. Now, pricing of the vehicle starts at the LX trim, which comes very well equipped with the dual zone climate control, a rear view camera, and cloth seating. That starts at $22,355. Then if you want to go for the Honda Sensing package, that goes for $24,155. Then you have the Sports model, which starts at $24,415. The Sports Special Edition, which is new for 2017, starts at $25,415. Then you have the EX, which starts at $25,730. And then you have the EXL, which starts at $28,820. And then you have the Touring, which starts at $34,830. There's lots of trims for the Accord. And then you can also go for the Coupe model too for the Accord. And then there's also the hybrid one as well. Now, like I said, EPA estimates are 27 in the city and 36 on the highway. You have your chrome exterior door handles. Of course, all of your full power necessities, power windows, power door locks, and your power mirrors. And you also do have chrome interior door handles. Interior quality in the Accord is pretty competitive for the mid-size sedan class. There's plenty of soft touch materials inside of here, like on the upper door panel, mid door panel, and the armrest. The dashboard is also a nice softly padded material, and build quality isn't too shabby either. Many of the interior trim and pieces do fit together pretty well, and none of the interior trim and pieces creak, so that's pretty nice. Overall, it's a pretty nice place to be in. Love the steering wheel design in the Accord. I really do love the high gloss black trim, certainly makes it pop. Now, coming over here, we do have your Bluetooth phone controls and your voice recognition and your steering wheel mounted I/O controls. This kind of reminds me of a video game controller. And then you have your cruise control over here. Now, of course, there is a plethora of high-end safety technologies that are available on the Accord, such as lane departure warning, forward collision warning, and adaptive cruise control. But one of my favorite features of the Accord, as well as many other Honda products, is the optional lane watch system that does come standard on the EX models. Basically, when you signal to the right of the vehicle, the camera that's on the side mirror right here will actually display up on the screen, which is pretty cool. And it acts as a blind spot camera, which is cool, and it's better than the regular old blind spot detection system that you'll find on many other vehicles in the automotive market nowadays. But you can turn it on anytime you like, which is nice. Love the Honda Lane Watch system, and they've had that since this generation of Accord was first introduced. Now, coming down here, you also do have a little storage cubby and a storage compartment, as well as a USB charging port. And then you have your 12-volt power outlet. Heated seats, two-staged for the driver and the front passenger. Dual cup holders. Auto-dimming rearview mirror. Sunglass container. And your sunroof with your sunroof controls. The seats in the Accord are also very comfortable. They're nice and soft, great for long road trips. And the thigh support is pretty good too. Can't complain on the seats. Center console, it is also nice and soft touch and padded. And then you will find another USB charging port, as well as a 12-volt power outlet. Coming right here, you also do have your climate controls. You do have dual zone automatic climate control, which does come standard on the Accord, which is nice. And then you have your temperatures right here, and it displays up on the screen of what temperature you're at and then what fan speed. You have your fan speeds right here, front window defroster, rear window defroster, different zones, and your recycling mode. And I love how they went with traditional buttons here, and they're a pretty good size, I have to say, and they're ergonomically correct. Very well placed in the cabin. Alright, now let's get to the main infotainment system here. Now this is the dual screen design from Honda, and they heavily updated this when they did a mid-cycle refresh on the vehicle just last year. Now this top screen right here is not a touchscreen. It's all controlled by the buttons on the steering wheel. And basically this shows you basic information such as what radio station is playing. It also shows you the time and date, as well as your direction of travel, your trip information, and then your range, average fuel economy, and then it also shows you your audio down here too. And then coming to this screen right here, this is a touchscreen, and the thing I love about this touchscreen is that it's very responsive. One of the most responsive touchscreens in the business. Now coming to your different audio sources, we do have AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, your CD player, USB port with iPod integration, Pandora, and Bluetooth, all that good stuff. And you have your audio apps such as AHA. Coming to info, this shows you your trip computer, voice info, system device information. And then you also do have your phone. You can hook up your Bluetooth phone, have all of your contacts stored on here, all that good stuff. And then you also do have your smartphone connection, which is for your like Android Auto and then your Apple CarPlay. Now, I really love this touchscreen right here. However, I really find this screen up here pretty useless, as they can put a lot of this information up on the gauge cluster. And that's what many vehicles do. And I rather much prefer their system that they have in the Honda Ridgeline or the Honda Pilot. Then you have your app list. It gives you a little calculator. You have your downloads, your browser, settings, and then widgets too. It's kind of like a mini tablet, to be honest. Overall, love this little touchscreen, and it's very responsive, and it shows you pretty much everything. But like I said, they really need to get rid of this screen, as it's a little distracting and it's pretty useless. Now coming to these gauges in the instrument cluster here, coming on the left you have your tachometer, and then you have your speedometer in the center. It also shows you the exterior temperature readout, the fuel range, and then your trip information. Then you have your fuel gauge right there, and then your coolant temperature. Pretty traditional kind of setup here. Visibility in the Accord is also excellent. Lots of glass area all around. The A-pillars are really thin. Seeing out of the windshield is pretty easy. And when you get to rearward visibility, it's not hard to see out of this vehicle. And it's nice that a rear view camera does come as standard equipment. Now, as far as the way the Accord drives, the Accord has always been one of the better handling vehicles in the mid-size sedan class, and it offers a really good balance between decent ride comfort and good handling. I will say that it is much better handling than the Toyota Camry. It feels more nimble around corners, and you can feel for where this vehicle is trying to go. It offers a decent amount of driver feedback and driver engagement. The 2.4 liter four-cylinder sure is adequate for the vehicle, and it never feels anemic. However, if you want a lot of power for the Accord, go for that 3.5 liter V6, as it produces over 260 horsepower. Now also, if you're looking for the best fuel efficiency, go for the Accord Hybrid, which returns after a short hiatus from last year for the 2017 model year. All right.
The voice prompt can be interrupted at any time by pressing...
And I'm going to go ahead and shut down the Accord. Let's go and check out the rest of the vehicle. There is tons of trunk space in the Accord, and the seats do fold down 60-40 split, which is nice. Interior quality does follow through in the rear of the Accord. You still have nice soft touch materials everywhere. And you will find one of the roomiest back seats in the midsize sedan class. There's lots of legroom, lots of headroom in this vehicle. I fit perfectly fine back here, and 3 adults should fit pretty nicely back here. Now you do have dual map pockets, rear air vents, rear adjustable headrests, and dual cup holders with a rear center armrest. The seats themselves are also very comfortable and pretty supportive, and nice and plush too. Can't complain about the rear seats of the Accord. However, some vehicles in this class do offer a house charging outlet. They also do offer a panoramic sunroof and heated rear seats, which the Accord doesn't offer. So it's kind of a bummer there. Powered passenger seat with power recline. And you have your glove box compartment. So the Honda Accord, after being 4 years on the market with this generation, is still a pretty good overall vehicle. If you're looking for a comfortable and roomy interior, great fuel economy numbers, as well as capable driving dynamics, the Honda Accord is a pretty good choice in the midsize sedan class. Not to mention you do have the proven reliability, as well as good resale value too. However, if you are looking for a midsize sedan that is a little more engaging to drive, as well as has a more user-friendly infotainment system, then you may want to check elsewhere. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.